Yo, yo, yo. You joined me at the start of Lloyd Parkrun, and it was a hot one. A little bit different today, because this is one of my local park runs, and it's our mob match. So it's Striders of Croydon versus our local rivals, the Croydon Harriers. Now I know parkrun isn't a race, but this is a friendly little competition between our two clubs, where we reward position as well as participation. And I pushed as hard as I could in this, so I may have to mute some audio later in the video because I sounded like a dying dog.
Oh, Croydon! Harry is that? Hey, Croydon!
So I will give my usual course overview, things to look out for, but I'll be commenting a little bit on the race as well. Not a race. So the way that this works is that all positions are important, and it also rewards more club members. So we get two scores, one where we compare equal numbers and one where we compare all numbers. So it's a scoring system that rewards all positions and not just those guys up at the top. So even though Harriers won the overall race and they had 5 in the top 10 compared to our top 2, we did manage to win both scoring methods. So Harriers had 34 people turn up today. So comparing just our top 34 runners, we won the overall there. And Striders actually had a massive 95 scorers, so it was great to see the club out in full numbers. Now back to the course. We have a 2-lap, really quite hilly course. There is one very steep uphill, but this first kind of 900 metres is also deceptively uphill. This is not a PB course. It is gorgeous in summer. In winter, I recommend you come in winter. The mud is a lot of fun, it's quite an experience. Come to this one for a good time, but not for a good parkrun time. You will not be setting any PBs here. So I believe that there are no pacers for this parkrun. For terrain and footwear, as you can see, it's mostly this nice path with some running through grassy fields as well. In summer, you'd get away with road shoes, but in winter this does get really muddy. I do have a video of a cross-country race through here and I was wearing spikes. I don't think you would ever need spikes for this parkrun, especially because there's a little bit of a tarmac path at the end. But over winter you will definitely be needing decent trail shoes. Just going to speed through, but we are coming up to a corner that you need to pay attention to. It is well marked by the marshals. The volunteers here are all lovely. Just this corner here, it does suddenly get quite steep and the terrain can be a little bit unstable underfoot as well. As we enter here, you'll see the race leaders right at the start. We do a loop around this field. Very slightly downhill, so you do want to try and pick up the pace just a tiny bit here. But remember, at the end of this, there is a very steep uphill. I think it's worth pushing up the uphill. You'll see that I overtake quite a few people, and only a couple of them overtake me back at the top. For me, it's quite interesting when I'm running, especially a 5k kind of the hardest effort I can. It's quite hard on my quads, whereas when I'm sprinting uphill, it's all on my calves. So I can push uphill for a minute or so, really put that stress onto my calves, and I'll feel mostly okay for the rest of the race. But you'll see here, we're just approaching this really steep uphill now. I will push, I'll overtake a few people. A couple of them will overtake me at the top, so just tactic wise, I think it's worth pushing up here. So this is just the start of a big uphill, and we'll see how we get on. Just keep an eye on that gradient on the bottom right hand side, going just over 7%.
Go on, Steve.
So that is the top of the hill. As you can see, I pushed as hard as I could, high 180s. Overtook around 6 people, but I need a little second here to catch my breath. A couple of them will get me back. My goal for this, was around 23 minutes. As I've been getting into increasing my mileage a bit more after I was ill a month or so ago, I've not been too worried about following my training plan, just making sure I start to rack up the miles. I have kind of been doing a hard effort at most park runs, which for me on my normal training plan isn't so sustainable. But I really will try and give it a sprint finish, no matter what. Just happy to be back out running. Just getting back to the course, we've now done the turnaround and have a gentle downhill here, followed by a steep downhill up ahead. So hopefully you've not been too burnt out from the uphill. And there's a steeper downhill section coming up where if you're confident on downhill trails, you can really make up some decent time. So you just need to watch your footing through here, but if you're confident, you'll see on the second lap that you can kind of send it down here and you'll make up some time over the other runs. This is getting into the start of the end, but if you go now, you will be too early. It's probably around 600 metres to go, but it's good to pay attention. There's one last little very slight uphill and then onto the tarmac path just before the final home stretch. I was pretty happy with my effort on this race today. It's a race, but I was pretty happy, and I thought I'd been sticking around all the people around me pretty decently. I hadn't been kind of losing the pack too much. My goal for the second lap, I was definitely starting to struggle here, and I just kind of wanted to see if I could overtake any people, and I didn't want to let too many people overtake me, so I will have an overtake counter for the second lap. Frustratingly, a couple people did overtake me towards the end of this lap, but they were striders, so we'll let them get away with it. Before we start that second lap, I'll just talk about a few things that are good to know about the course. We've already talked about kind of PB potential terrain. There are toilets on site at the cafe, and the cafe is just situated by the finishing line and the start line. We'll walk past it in a minute, run past it hopefully, and it'll just be on our right hand. For buggies, it's definitely possible on a day like today. Just bear in mind those steep inclines, and again during winter it is really muddy. I cannot exaggerate how muddy it can get. Go and watch my other video for the cross country and you'll get an idea for how muddy it can be. So buggies, okay in summer if you're decent at pushing uphill. Don't let them run away from you on the downhills, so be responsible. The end of the lap is just coming up. At the final you will turn left for the finishing chute. For the second lap we turn right here, and just ahead on the right you will see the cafe as well. Final thing for the course is that dogs are allowed. Just make sure that you follow the usual rules. 1 dog per runner on a short, handheld, non-extendable lead. Now we've started the second lap, let's get that position gained up on the right hand side and see how we get on. I was really starting to struggle here. -1, we've already lost 1 position. We've lost 2 positions. Let's see if we can get away with not losing too many more. But if you can hear my breathing, I am struggling. As we're on this second lap, just remember this kind of 900 metres of uphill. There is just a little mound here that you need to go over, so watch your step on that as well. If you are following the proper training plan, whether you're training for a 5k, a half marathon or even a marathon, probably isn't a good recommendation to go flat out every single park run. But you know, I'm still getting back into it. I'm finding my love for it again after some time off, only a month or 2, but I think I'm now just starting to follow my training plan again, which will mean that, you know, 3 out of 4 weeks at parkrun I'll be putting in a decent effort but not flat out, and then probably once a month I'll be going for this 100% effort. Just as I've been nattering away, I've lost another few places, -6. What can I do? I'm bleeding places here. I'm pretty confident I'll be able to make up some time on that steep uphill again, but the pack is getting away from me. I just wanted to latch onto these guys and have them drag me along a little bit. Just a reminder as we approach this corner, it is a little bit steep, it is a little bit unstable underfoot, so just watch your footing. I'm even still saying thank you to the marshals, so maybe I'm not pushing 100% and I need to really dig deep. Try and latch onto this group ahead. My advice for not going flat out at every single park run, that does extend to you even if you're not training for a specific race. A lot of people getting into running just generally run too hard all the time. I will aim for 1 or 2 runs a week a little bit harder, and the rest of the time, probably 80% of my miles are just really, really easy, comfortable miles, plodding along, conversational pace. Another person has sailed by me 7 places down on lap 2. I think my dream of a positive positions gain is slipping away from me, but I've got my hill, my strength coming up. Let's see what I can do here.
Thank you.
If you are able to run up these, you really do make up so much time. I'm not sure if that person on the right was in our race. It's not a race, but I am including them. I am including that overtake as we get to -1. Can we get purple shorts? We are net zero, baby. 1 kilometre to go. Top of the hill. Hopefully I don't lose too many positions back. I know I am absolutely dying here. This is probably where I need to give my not safe for work warning. My gasps for air really do get quite loud over this next kilometre. So if anybody's listening to you watching this, just make sure they know you're watching a running video and not anything. Oh no, I've lost a position. I've got to get him back. We have the turnaround, the gentle downhill, and then the steep trail downhill. So I know there's around 800 metres to go as I lose another position, but I'm hopeful that I can get these guys on the steep downhill section. I wasn't counting how many overtakes I had, but I had in my mind that, you know, quite a few people had come by me. I didn't want to lose all those positions that I had gained on the way up the hill. So this is where I decided to really go for it.
On your right. Thank you.
I did notice there as well, I just gave someone a little shout out that I was squeezing through. Is that polite? Is that okay? I know that I do it up ahead. I don't want to spook anyone. I want to make sure that everyone's having a good time, but I just want to let them know that I am coming through.
Go on, mate.
This guy went absolutely flying by me. Got no chance. I was chatting to the other guy from Striders that, oh, maybe I'd gone too early. But I've got a net gained positions 1, and I can see this guy's shadow by my left feet. Can I hold him off? There is another choke point coming up ahead. I do just give a little shout out again, but just watching this back, I hope I wasn't, you know, too obnoxious. I want to make sure I'm not surprising anybody. I think I was just absolutely dying and maybe shouted a bit louder than I realised.
On your left, mate. Thank you.
Yeah, was that okay? Hope that was okay. I did manage to lose that guy as we're coming in for the final straight. There's about 300-400 metres to go from here, and I'm really struggling. I am holding around that 4:30 pace. You just turn at the end of this path for the final stretch. Man, my poor wheezy breath. Okay, I will shut up for the sprint finish, see if I can dip below 4 minutes. Thank you to everyone for watching and sticking with us this far. And until next time, peace. GG. I know I've said my goodbyes already, but I just wanted to give an extra shout out to the volunteers. I didn't mention how absolutely roasting it was on this day, but they had a table with loads of extra water for everyone. Okay, bye.